From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Hey folks, good morning. We sure are doing fantastic today. Check these temperatures climbing through this afternoon. Of course, as we head through the valley, we're probably going to be in the mid to upper 70s. Out towards Siskiyou and Modoc County, 60s with clear skies. Out towards the eastern mountains of Loomis County, very similar story there as well. Of course, along the coast, very typical of this area. We're probably to stay there in the mid to upper 50s through today with the cloud cover. Head a little further inland though, you start to clear out, warm up. Trinity County as well, getting in the mid to upper 60s there, and we're all going to be warming up over the next several days. Taking a look at the futurecast, really don't see a lot of activity here in the big picture. A few patchy clouds pushing east with time. Heck, in the upper elevations, goodness gracious, say that 10 times fast. You might even see a couple sprinkles out towards Modoc County, but you know what? Don't plan your day around it. We're doing just fine. And I think over the next several days, we really establish that warming trend. Here's why. High pressure's kind of battling and winning it out when it comes to the kind of battle of the wits, right? Of course, we have these systems off to our north, but they're really kind of moisture starved, and they just can't make it this far south. They really don't have a lot of impact on this area. Maybe towards the weekend do we see the system start to take back hold and the temperatures might start falling, but that's still a good 6-7 days out, so I really don't think we're going to see that impact us too much in the near term. Now, in the near term, I think as we head through today, we're going to be in the mid to upper 60s out here in Trinity County, but check out those 70s returning as we head through midweek there. So that's kind of the story, right? That warming trend and those drier conditions for the most part as we head over the next 7 days or so. Out towards the coast, very similar story. Of course, notice those 50s right along the coast, but head a little further inland, you get those 60s taken back over. And heck, we'll be in the 60s as we head through Tuesday and Wednesday, even along the coast. So there is definitely a little bit of warm up to be had out here as well. We'll call it widespread 50s, near 60 along the coast. Check it out by Hoop and Willow Creek, though. You're probably going to get there in the upper 60s. Head a little further inland. Man, like I said, tongue twisters. You get those mid-70s picking back over there towards Tuesday, really towards Wednesday as well. Notice you do see a little bit of a hint of a cool down towards the end of the week. That's kind of what I was pointing out earlier, but that's still a ways out. Now out towards Siskiyou County, we're going to be talking 60s pretty consistently across the area, maybe even flirting with 70 as we head through Wednesday, and I think that's kind of going to be the warmest day of the week. Out towards Modoc County, probably going to be consistent with those lower 60s as well. Again, though, Tuesday, Wednesday, watch for maybe an isolated 70 or two there, doing really nice out there. And of course, I think as we head through Greenville out to Quincy and Doyle, that's where you're going to see those 70s. Paradise, give it 1 to 2 degrees of wiggle room, you'll probably see 70 there as well. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll call it mid-70s. But we'll be in the 80s as we head through the midweek here through the valley. Notice those 80s taking over Tuesday, lasting through Thursday and Friday. And of course today, mid to upper 70s, though 1 or 2 of us might hit 80. Don't bet on it, but 1 or 2 of us wouldn't shock me in the slightest. And up from Lakehead down to Red Bluff, very similar story. Not a lot to talk about for the next 7 days. And you know what? That's a good thing, good outdoor conditions with those 70s for our Sunday and 80s coming back by the midweek. I'll be back with you this afternoon for more Fresh from the Weather NorCal Command Center. Thanks for joining me here, and I'll speak to you soon.